So Jeff is the early riser in our household, and he usually gets up, I don't know, anywhere between 4 a.m. and 7, depending on the morning, because he's kind of crazy and doesn't use an alarm clock, and makes me coffee because my love language is acts of service. I'm probably gonna go sit outside and drink my coffee for a little bit before we go walk the dog. So we do our morning dog walk every morning before all the kids are up and before the chaos of the day starts. Oh, look how pretty the sky looks over that rig. Oh, it's nice. Screenshot that one for later.
So we get a lot of food questions because he doesn't like his dog barking. I don't know if you caught that in the background, but
Yes, you were in a foul mood until I started walking the dog.
That's not.
Now you're a happy Jeff again.
I'm always happy, Jeff.
Yeah.
Always.
Sometimes you come back from walking the dog and the kids are eating Chex Mix for breakfast. Time to go cook breakfast. One of my favorite full-time RV hacks. I'm gonna give away the game right now. These baskets. The easiest, like I'm making breakfast tacos. Easiest thing, kid lunches, fruit, sandwich, chips, whatever's in there. And then when they're done, throw that part away. This goes back in. Minimal dishes, if any. Do yourself a favor, buy some of these. All right, we're doing a beach day today because it's Monday and we can, I guess. So we gotta knock out some schoolwork. I gotta get these kids motivated. Jeff is getting a little bit of work done. I'll show you what that looks like. So a really common question that we get is, how do you make money on the road? Next step, let's get dressed. Got it. All right. So back in Houston, we have a bunch of real estate, and our model has always been long-term rentals. We don't do Airbnbs or anything like that. And you know, we have, the specifics are usually the same. We have management in place. We buy predominantly in, that was real noisy. So that stuff just kind of runs on its own, no problem now. And we've even added to our real estate portfolio since we've been on the road. He bought a storage building last spring about the time that we left, and he managed completely renovating that thing from the road, and now it's getting ready to go for sale. On top of that, I think what he's probably most passionate about is he runs a men's group. A lot of them want to take the money that they're earning either from the W-2 job or from a business, anything that's in excess of what they need to live on, and use that money to create more passive income. So that's what he is the most passionate about, is helping these men kind of put their money to work in a way that, you know, they're not trading more of their hours for dollars, and really get them focused on 3 to 5 year goals, becoming financially free so that they can kind of like live life like they're retired, you know, take the vacations, spend the time, you know, have the financial freedom to, I guess, go to the beach on a Monday afternoon, because that's what we're doing. So that's what he works with guys on. He also runs a podcast. This podcast talks about a lot of, you know, financial stuff and goal setting and family dynamics and things like that. It's called The Tactical Empire. It's also the name of his company, and it's why we are Tactical Trekkers, because Jeff is very tactical. He comes from a special operations background, and, you know, he's been great at sort of building our lifestyle, reverse engineering the lifestyle that we want to live and we're now living. That's one thing that I love about having the freedom of homeschooling and the freedom that, I guess, Jeff's job provides us is that we don't have to go do our sightseeing things on Saturday and Sunday when everything's the busiest. So when we go to a national park and the lines are just crazy on Saturday and Sunday because everyone's there, we can go on Tuesday if we want to and not really compete with the crowds. So I love that. We lay low and we really treat Saturday and Sunday as like our time to stay home, not go out in the mix, and do things like AC maintenance or recharge the water softener, catch up on laundry, all that good stuff. And part of our work for the day is getting propane refilled. Right? You gonna go get me some propane?
I am.
I've been harassing him
So we can have hot water.
for weeks and weeks.
Hot food.
I keep saying that one of these days I'm gonna get in the shower and I'm not gonna have any hot water.
It won't be today.
It won't be today. You're playing pretty risky.
That's what I do. All right. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I just wrapped up a meeting and I'm going to get some propane. We have been low on propane and Kirsten's been bugging me to get it, so here we are. I'm going to Tractor Supply to actually get it because I don't like messing with the parks. The parks have really restricted hours and rules and stuff on when they'll do propane. And a lot of times they're more expensive as well. So I'm gonna run down the street. There's a Tractor Supply less than 2 miles away. And so I'm gonna go down there because they are always working and they will fill us up. So we're gonna get 60 pounds of propane and bring it on back. That should last us a couple months, hopefully. So, all right, we're at Tractor Supply. She's got me looking for some coil cleaner as well so that we can clean our air conditioning units. So I got a little bit of honey-do list to do. So I'm gonna go in here and check and see if we've got coil cleaner. Just like that, 5 minutes later, we've got 60 pounds of propane, which I think is 14.4 gallons. So we are good to go. They did not have any coil cleaner, so we are still searching for that.
So I get a lot of questions about homeschooling and how we homeschool. For us, this is a really easy transition because we already homeschooled for several years before we made the transition to full-time RV living. I will say I've learned a lot of lessons over the last 4 to 5 years. And the biggest one, it probably took me 3 years to realize that homeschooling is not school at home. That one, really mentally, I got hung up on that. I was trying to kind of replicate school at home, but then I realized if school is that awesome, I would just send my kids to school. So, hi Rowan. So one thing I realized was, the kids would have, you have to come over here and chomp. So I realized how much stuff was just kind of rote memorization, and things that the kids didn't really need. Like in their math books, they would get quizzed on how many bushels in a peck. I don't know. I've made it 40 years and I've not needed to know that one time. And if I did, I would just look it up. And I had to wrap my head around skipping those parts of the book if they weren't super valuable, and not thinking that we had to do every single exercise, every single page. Now that everybody is done with their big items for the day, Jeff is getting in a quick workout, and I'm probably going to get in a quick workout before we head out of here. All right, it's like herding cats, but we are loaded up. All of us. Beach bound. Oh my lord. World's longest trip to the beach ever. There's not a lot of parking for the demand. There goes our whole, you know, stuff's less packed on the weekday theory. But we're here. We settled for Lovers Key State Park. So Rowan's very excited. She's obsessed with manatees, and they had a sign that there are manatee sightings today. So
It's dislocating my shoulder. Ow. Help me.
all right, great success. How was that drive to the beach for you?
Amazing. Amazing. That was an awesome drive. We legitimately went 20 miles in, I think the mapped route was an hour and 6 minutes for 20 miles. And then it turned into like at least a 2-hour drive because we couldn't find parking, and we ended up driving way past the beach we were initially going to and went to another beach, and now we ended up at a state park with an awesome beach. So it was great.
All's well that ends well.
Sure.
Yeah. And these kids seem to like it.
Family's happy and healthy. That's it.
It goes so far out and so quick. Look.
Sorry.
I'm gonna let him go. You got him. You can just throw him.
I got him.
All right.
Nice work.
That was fun.
I think we may have inadvertently found a little hidden gem. Well, folks, that's all we got. Good beach day. Got home. Kids are tired. Some crashed. Some are having popsicles. Getting ready for bed. And yeah, I'd say we're gonna do it all again tomorrow, but we're not. Something different. What are we doing tomorrow?
I don't know.
Going to Target. Day in the life. Full-time RV life is a lot like living in a house. So, yeah.
No, it's not.
Why is it not?
I don't know, but it's just not.
All right. So it's not just like living in a house. All right. Well, we're out of here.
See ya.